The next item on the agenda is the city manager's report.
Mayor, if I may, I'd like for our finance director, Melinda Height, to give her financial update. It'll be similar to last week's report, but I'd like for her to make that at the regular meeting. And then with your permission, I'll follow up with the rest of my report.
Okay, thank you.
Mayor and City Council, good evening. I would like to highlight the key elements in our September's finance report. And I'll start with item number 1. Year-to-date revenues exceeded expenditures by $2,478,090. Item number 2, 52.3% of the 2009 levy has been collected. Item number 3, 87.7% has been collected for delinquent taxes. Item number 4, PAL bill funds received totaled $460,354.99. Comparing budget to actual, the city received 99.14% of what we budgeted for PAL bill. Item number 5, comparing budget to actual expenditures for the first quarter for the general fund, 24.55%. We are on target. Item number 6, preliminary audit report figures show undesignated fund balance as of June 30th, 2009, $2,331,000, and that's 19.23%. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Council members have any questions?
I don't have any questions. Like, it seems like things are. What's your prognosis of things as related to plan in relation to funds? And you say we are on target, and we foresee that in the next quarter, pretty much also.
Yes, sir. We hope to maintain
Okay.
just the way we're going.
Okay.
Melinda, what, for the end of the fiscal year, if things do stay on target, what is your projection for the fund balance if things stay on target?
As far as percentage,
Yeah.
we're shooting for 21%. We want to be above the 20.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions for Melinda? Thank you very much, Melinda.
Thank you.
Thank the staff and the employees, too.
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I'd just like to follow up on a few items
Right ahead.
from last week, and one or two new items. Referring to my report, just like to update the City Council on the Golden Leaf applications. As you recall, we submitted 2 applications. It's been about a month now. One for the Patterson property and one for the, we'll call it the Main Street program, trying to get funding for Roanoke Rapids, but also all the municipalities in their Main Street areas and their downtown areas of each of the 7 municipalities around Halifax County. There was the initial review of these applications. It took place, and Golden Leaf staff gave an overview of all the applications last Thursday night at the Halifax County Community College. And I was not there. Chris Wicker attended on behalf of the city. He's been involved in that program from the beginning. And I guess the word I heard from Chris and others was it was a rather terse review. That is, it wasn't a real confidence builder, not for our applications, but for all. I think there were 19 of them. So they kind of really sat down and gave you some probably useful criticism for each of the applications. You know, all said and done, I still think we have an excellent chance on the Main Street downtown area to receive some funding. The Patterson property might be a little bit tougher sell with that group, but it remains to be seen. The process now is to receive the written comments from the Golden Leaf Foundation, respond to those comments, and then the same Halifax County Community Group will get together and provide their analysis of those applications. If that happens during the month of November, the plan is to try to have it to the formal Golden Leaf Foundation by the end of November or early December. We'll see. That's a lot to happen, and there's really some unknowns in terms of will the local Halifax community, will they want a formal presentation on behalf of each applicant, or will they waive that and just let you, if you make it to the next round before the formal Golden Leaf Board, provide a presentation? That remains to be seen, but that's where we stand right now. So no answer, but there were 19, and obviously there were many more applications that added up way or much above the $2 million in funding. So obviously they won't all get funded, and they won't all get funded to the full extent that of the requested funds. But I still think we have a good shot on the Main Street application. I wanted to give you an update also on a concept that was really introduced about a month ago, and you got some more information, and that's the fitness center addition at the Davis Rec Center that we presented some information to you at the last work session. I just want to say, basically, we're still working on that project. Had a good meeting today with one of the representatives from the equipment companies. And Mayor and Council, I want to tell you, it's good to look into a project that we think we can provide a good program with additional services to the citizens and others who might want to take advantage of that. And I know we're a ways from making a decision, but the program financially looks very strong in the sense of we can not only pay for it, but we think we can actually net some money that will go back to our general fund and/or general fund, then back to the Parks and Recreation Department. And as you well know, that's a tough thing to do in this day and age, really, to have a program that really provides better services to our citizens, but also pays for itself and also has a chance of making a little bit of money that we can put back into Parks and Rec or to other programs at your choice. So far, it looked really good. One thing I'll say that keeps coming up from the people in the business day in and day out is that it would be nice to be able to take advantage of this December, January kind of holiday season. As you all know, and if you've been through that before, a lot of people want to join health clubs and get memberships. And if we miss that window of opportunity, we might miss a lot of opportunity to get people signed up for this fitness center. So all I would say, I know you don't have enough information right now as you sit there, but we're going to try to put together a pretty good packet. We're very close to that. We talked today to the representative. He's going to give us some new figures on the equipment we talked about today, which will change those numbers just a little bit, and I think they'll change them into our favor, and resubmit that to you even before our next meeting. But we may be able to come back to you at as early as the November meeting, regular meeting, and ask your permission to go forward with this program. I don't want you to feel rushed on this. I want to try to get you as much information as I can on a week-to-week basis. I just feel like if there is any rush, it's to hit that season. I think the risk in this is very, very low, and I think the benefit can be, one, great for our citizens, but also financially, it won't be a huge windfall in terms of money at all, but it will pay for the equipment and might give us a little bit of extra money in that department. And again, that's a tough formula to meet these days, and we think we have a good chance here. If we miss that opportunity, we can still do the program. We just don't think the rollout will be quite as successful if we wait until March or April or even this next summer. But anyway, please keep that in mind. And like I said, we want to answer all the questions and try to get something to you that's concrete as early as the next couple of weeks. But bear with us on that, and we'll see what we can get to you. And hopefully we'll be in a position to make a decision as early as the November meeting.